I was forced to quit playing Helldivers 2. Now, I don't mean to open this video sounding overly dramatic or anything. It's not like Arrowhead Studios came to my door, broke my ankles, and told me to stop playing the game. Of course, nothing like that happened. But as I'm sure many of you guys can guess and see from the footage in the video, is I was forced to quit due to performance. And if you guys have seen any of my other videos, you know how outspoken I have been on the performance of this game and how unacceptable it is, despite many glazed divers in my comments telling me that I am stupid and ridiculous for bringing up these issues with no evidence of it occurring. Now, come September 13th for my live stream, and that's the footage that you see here on the screen, the stream, when I had initially started, froze, and I thought that it was due to a Discord update. So Discord had updated alongside me opening Helldivers 2 on September 13th, and I was of the suspicion that it was Discord. You know, I was like, great, Discord, crappy Discord, froze my PC. You know, I had to hard restart it, had to end my stream, and, you know, I think if I was able to come stream again, play some Helldivers, I was perfectly fine with that. Now, come September 14th, though, that's when the game really started to have glaring issues. Again, I opened the game, I was starting to stream, the game hard locked in the very beginning. Twice, actually. It hard locked twice for me, and it hard locked twice for my brother Tallest Break, who I play with often, and we both have pretty decent PCs. I have an i7 3060. Of course, the graphics card is a little outdated, but the CPU and everything is pretty modern, I would say. And he runs a 4060 with an i7 as well, and both of our PCs froze. And, you know, caused both of us to hard reset. We were able to play the game afterward. Then, after that stream, my next stream was fine. You know, I was able to play the game without any freezing. I was not hard locked in the beginning, surprisingly. Then, on September 17th, was the last time I was able to play the game without it hard locking my PC. And that's when I said enough was enough. And this was before I had learned about a lot of the other issues that were going on with other people's computers. I'd seen some instances of it on Instagram, no, not Instagram, on Twitter and Reddit is what I meant to say, about performance and people's PCs locking up and freezing and potentially being bricked. Now, I hadn't heard too much about this, and I was just beginning to see these problems be spoken about, especially after the Hive Lord update into the Unjust. But then it started happening to me, and it started happening to my friends and my brother as well. The footage I'd shown earlier with me fighting the automaton was not edited or doctored in any way. The freezing was what was becoming normal, especially fighting the automaton. And I was not enjoying the game, obviously. Myself and my squad were not enjoying the game. Freezing every couple of seconds to just be teleported to another area was becoming ridiculous. And September 17th was the last time I was able to play the game without it hard locking my PC. Now, every time I open the game, well, I was trying to open the game every day after that to try to see if it would run, and my game would immediately freeze when I was walking onto the ship. You know, like right after the ship cutscene ends, my PC freezes. And of course, I'm not able to capture any footage of it because at the time, I only had one PC. So the recording would immediately be killed if I tried to record over it. So, you know, there's really no point in me trying to record it because the recording would be corrupted and there'd be nothing I can do with it. So, this is the state that my Helldivers is in right now, and I've seen a lot of other content creators that are in the same pool. Odo, I don't know if you guys have seen his video. I will link the video in the description again. But his PC was bricked by, from Helldivers 2. And again, he didn't attribute every issue to it being Helldivers 2, but Helldivers 2 was clearly a main contributor to the problem. We've seen a lot of other reports as well with performance, and we've seen a lot of other people quitting because of the performance and because of the potential that it has to destroy your PC. I've even had people in my comment section saying that on PlayStation that it's killing old consoles as well, and I believe it. You know, all the Glazers that are out here saying that just because it's not happening to them doesn't mean it's not happening is absurd and ridiculous. And we deserve to have the attention brought up to Arrowhead, even if they are not willing to listen at this time. Or from what we saw in their dev interview, that they seemingly are more worried about the content they are able to bring into the future and about their fantasy. Lord knows I'm tired of hearing that. But, of course, I am not the only one experiencing these issues. I went over to the Helldivers subreddit, of course, that I'm a part of, and I see a lot of people that are posting their critiques as well. Crazy Guy 107 says, I cannot recommend this game anymore. Not sorry. He's a super patriot, not just a citizen, but this game is unplayable. And I agree. I have 170 hours on this game. Now, some of the Glazers might be like, well, I've got 1,000 hours on this game, and it's not crashing for me. Well, 170 hours is still a long time. You know, for any working person, I work a 9 to 5 every day. 170 hours is a long time for me. And the fact that I have put so much time into this game, and now the game is completely broken, is absurd. And the fact that we are not really getting much communication on how they're going to fix it is concerning to me as well. But then continue with Crazy Guy's post. People are pointing out balancing and whatnot. To me, it isn't even that. The balancing is theoretically fine if the game didn't pull its hardest enemy to fight. LOL. Glitches and bugs not determined. If you plan on getting the game, don't. If you still have it, don't play it. I am not risking my PC's health for it to be bricked and to constantly hard crash. I've hard crashed multiple times. My CPU usage is at 100% and just crashes my entire rig. This is actually automaton sabotage, which I thought was hilarious. There's a lot of meat on the skeleton, but the bones are effing calcium deprived and are hollowing out. Edit. I'm not a new consumer. I am a 1.1k hours player with zero regrets. Fix your garbage, Arrowhead. And I could not agree more. The fact that there are any of us having these issues and it's so pervasive is extremely concerning. The fact that people's entire consoles and computers have been bricked and rendered unusable for a game like this is unacceptable and ridiculous. It's mind-boggling to me. Another post on the Helldivers subreddit. Commissar Kai, I guess, is another pretty well-known content creator. I've never heard of this person before. Doesn't mean, of course, they're any less important. I'm not saying that. Is also stepping down for posting Helldivers content. And this is what Commissar Kai looks like wrote on Twitter. Since Helldivers 2 is currently broken, I think now might be a good time to try out some different content on the channel. It's just been demoralizing trying to record footage, only to run into frame rate issues, crashes, and hard locks. I want my content to be fun and about enjoying games with your friends while learning something new. And I just can't do that until these tech issues are fixed. I have a couple of Helldivers videos ready to publish, but after that, I'll be pausing Helldivers content until tech issues are in a better spot. And I applaud everybody for doing this, you know, especially those that make a livelihood off of YouTube. That's got to be incredibly scary, frustrating, and, like he said, demoralizing to have a game that you love so much and a community that you engage with so much, and you can't do that because the game is rendered unplayable and potentially dangerous to your hardware. I completely feel for them. Of course, I don't do YouTube full-time. I'm not a full-time content creator. But the fact that I can't even play with my friends now because our rigs are hard locking at every turn is frustrating and, again, demoralizing because I love this game. I love the community. I love the lore. I love what Arrowhead have been building in this game. But we can't ignore when the problems are this substantial and could potentially break your $1,000, $2,000 computer. My computer, of course, was $1,100 when I bought it. But the fact that my $1,100 computer is at risk of being completely bricked makes me not want to play the game ever again, legitimately. Because how long would it be until these problems were to come back? And maybe they have some kind of fix that they're going to do that's going to surprise us all. I have no idea. I don't know how they can fix the game in the current state that it is. Like I said, I'm not a game developer. I don't know anything about game engines. All I know is from what people have told me and what I have read and from what has come from the mouths of Arrowhead themselves, which is jack all, if I have to be honest. All we're getting from them is the I hear you. We hear you. And then they go on to talk about their grunt fantasy and all this other garbage that they're trying to spew at us. This is unacceptable. I would recommend you guys stop playing the game as well. Uninstall the game. Save 140 gigabytes on your console or PC and avoid needing to buy a new one in the future because, of course, PlayStation and Xbox prices have also just gone up as well. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are down below in the comments. This is unacceptable. Arrowhead, if you see this video, please fix your game. I love it. A lot of people love it. We want to continue to spread managed democracy, but not at the cost of our consoles and our PCs that we have to pay money for. And a lot of us work, you know. A lot of us work and can't shell out another $1,000, $2,000 for a PC because of your ineptitude to have a good engine for this game. Everybody, I hope you guys stay hydrated. Hope you guys stay healthy. Hope you have a phenomenal rest of your day. Take care, everybody.